Helicopter money is in the news again. The original concept was from Milton Friedman. In a 1969 paper, he asked what might happen if banknotes were dropped from helicopters and people knew it was a one-off event. In his case, it was a thought experiment, but it has been put forward since as a serious policy proposal. The thinking is that if the economy has taken a hit, as happened with the coronavirus, then a stimulus might be needed to help it restart and move into growth territory. The idea is that a consumer boost might be stimulated by giving people free money as if dropped from helicopters. If it produces extra spending, businesses will take up the economic slack and production will be increased with a positive effect on jobs and wages. This might be fine in theory, but does it work? There have been tests of a kind done under George W. Bush in response to the 2008 financial crisis and later under Obama. The evidence is open to interpretation, but there are indications that if people receive one-off cash sums, they don't tend to spend it and therefore don't create the desired stimulus. They save it instead, with richer people putting it into investments and those lower down using it to reduce debt, such as paying down credit cards in order to lower their monthly repayments. The supposition is that if people think it's a once only, not to be repeated, they don't want it to go without trace. They behave differently, though, if the extra money comes not as a lump sum from the government, but as an increase in the size of their wage packet. If their tax rate and social security taxes are reduced, they see more in their wage packets and they tend to spend it instead of saving it. The reasoning is based on psychology. If they think this is now a regular increase to be repeated every month, they are more inclined to spend it, knowing that there's more coming along. They save the one-off, thinking that's all there is, but they spend the extra funds if they think there'll be more where that came from. The lesson seems to be that helicopter money can work to kickstart an economy fallen on hard times, but not if it's dropped all at once in a single lump sum. Instead of that, if those helicopters drop regular sums into monthly pay packets by way of lower income tax and national insurance rates, people will be ready to spend their newfound wealth, giving businesses the sales boost that can lead them to increase production and take on staff. So yes, after the epidemic, we might get those helicopters flying, not dropping off one-off lump sums to everybody, but dropping them extra spending power by leaving them more in their pay packets. Milton Friedman didn't suggest helicopter money as policy, but there's no doubt that he would have approved of lowering tax rates.